see what I missed. Thank you.
I'm going to school that as to Harry Lockhart, also known as Ham. He cannot be resolved. He cannot be resolved.
You have objection to the people.
What?
You did everything right, school, job, taxes, and somehow you're still buried in student loans. There's a program right now that can lead.
Medical examiner. We'll just let the jury know that.
And the CPR was a certificated document.
We'll put that, let's keep the medical examiner on account, and we'll put that in.
The transfer is very short.
Yes. You don't have that much.
Okay, well, I didn't. Sometimes I got in.
She probably got that, you know, there too.
I got a lot of these.
I must have missed plenty, y'all. I got you.
Ready to go.
Good morning. Before we come our next meeting, you should know that Sergeant Browning was excused, yesterday without any further. Sergeant Booton.
The state calls Dr. Julia Spindler.
Stand right here, ma'am. Face your arm, raise your right hand, please.
Please swear or promise to tell the truth.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presence this morning.
Doc, take the stand.
you state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Dr. Juliet Scantlebury, J-U-L-I-E.
Your name ain't doctor.
Scantlebury, S-C-A-N-T-L-E.
This case supposed to spell doctor.
And where are you employed?
At University of Tennessee, the West Tennessee Regional Forensic Center.
And what's your position?
I'm an assistant medical examiner,
How long have you been in that position?
6 years.
And what does your job consist of?
My job consists of performing medical legal autopsies to determine cause and manner of death in certain cases in this jurisdiction.
I want to talk a little bit about your background.
Good.
Could you tell the jury about your education?
Yes. So I completed a Bachelor of Science in Biology at Howard University. Then I completed my medical degree at Howard University College of Medicine. My anatomic and clinical pathology residency was at Washington University in St. Louis. And then my last training was in forensic pathology fellowship at St. Louis University.
But it's
Are
a
you
small
board
lady with
certified?
credentials.
And are you a licensed physician in Tennessee?
I am.
And could you tell the jury what is forensic pathology?
So forensic pathology is a specialized branch of medicine that examines deceased persons to determine the cause and manner of death in a medical legal approach.
So what does a forensic pathologist do?
So a forensic pathologist performs autopsies based on the jurisdiction that they're working in to determine the cause and manner of death for certain types of cases that are under our purview.
And what exactly is an autopsy?
So an autopsy is an extensive examination of a deceased person. You have an external examination and an internal examination of the body. So you look at everything from hair color, eye color, their body habits, see if they have any scars, tattoos. That's external examination. And then the internal examination, depending on the level of autopsy, we'll look at all body cavities, we'll weigh all organs, we'll see if there's any fluid or any evidence of disease in any organs. And we also went ahead and look at the brain, and we take certain fluids to be able to test to determine by toxicology or histology to determine, and with all that together, we determine what most likely caused the death or for instance, we do an autopsy.
So Dr. Scantlebury, are there different stages of an autopsy?
Yes.
And what are those stages?
Okay, the autopsy itself is looking at the body, but starts from the investigation. So an investigator will give us the information, and the information we get from the investigator determine what type of autopsy we need to do. And if there's determined a full autopsy needs to be performed, we might need x-rays, we do that first. Someone will help take all the clothing off if there are any, take necessary pictures, take necessary measurements of the body, the height, weight, and any other identifying characteristics on the body. And then move on to the internal part, and that's where we'll make an incision to open up the body cavity to see the internal cavity and see all the organs and any changes that might have happened that might be related to death or otherwise.
And have you performed an autopsy before?
I have.
About how many would you say?
Over 2,000, I stopped counting after that.
Man,
So could you explain to the jury, what does cause of death mean?
So cause of death is the immediate reason that led to a person's death. So it may have different ways of saying, so if it's natural, it would be what medical disease led to the person's death, or if there's any kind of injury that caused the person to no longer be alive.
And is that different from manner of death?
Yes.
How is it different?
So manner of death is the classification of that type of death it was. So it will be how you would want to classify the death. So there are 5 manners of death in this jurisdiction. May vary in places, but here is natural, accident, suicide, homicide, and undetermined.
And have you ever testified about your findings from an autopsy you did?
Yes.
And have you ever been qualified as an expert witness in the area of forensic pathology?
I have.
And have you been qualified in the courts of this county and other counties?
I have.
Where have you been qualified before?
Illinois, Missouri, and Tennessee.
Your Honor, I tenure Dr. Scantlebury as an expert in forensic pathology and ask that she be allowed to state her opinions as to a reasonable degree of certainty, medical certainty.
No objection.
The court will find that Dr. Scantlebury is is an expert in the area of forensic pathology, therefore she can testify as to how, there's legal authority.
Thank you.
You're an expert.
Dr. Schindler, I want to ask you about a specific autopsy. Did you perform an autopsy for an Adolf Thornton Jr.?
I did,
Okay. And do you recall when this autopsy was performed?
yes.
When was it performed?
November 18th, 2021.
Do you recall?
And during the course of conducting this autopsy, did you also take pictures of Mr. Thornton's body?
Pictures were taken.
Notice she got her badge, her ID flipped around. When you had it
I see
on.
a few of the pictures from this autopsy. Dr. Spindleberry, do you recognize the photographs we just handed you?
Little snack, yeah,
And
little
do they
snack.
accurately depict the victim and the evidence during the autopsy?
They do.
Your Honor, I would like to have these photos of the autopsy entered into evidence and marked as the next number exhibit.
Well, she needs to testify.
Little Smiths man.
If we could enter them as a.
What's going on?
Well, that's fine, but she still, for the record, we need to know what.
222, what it do?
Any injury. And you don't have to publish them, that makes no difference, but she needs to tell us what was going on.
Dr. Stoneberry, if you would look at that first picture, what is shown in that first picture?
So this first picture shows Mr. Thornton on the right side of his body, but some of his head and his right shoulder. And it shows some gunshot wounds of his right jaw, right neck, and right shoulder.
What about the second picture?
This is a shot of his right upper extremity of gunshot wounds of the right forearm, so here and here.
What about the third picture?
This is another shot of the right side of his body, mostly with the right arm, and it shows his right hand, and there's a gunshot wound of his right wrist, and it shows another gunshot wound of his right forearm.
Every ligament.
Fourth picture?
This shows some other gunshot wounds of his left upper extremity.
And the fifth picture?
So this picture shows the back of Mr. Thornton's body.
Damn,
And
man.
you can see both arms and his back, and you can see the.
That what it is, that what turned the city right there, y'all.
You
It's
can also
gruesome,
see
this,
some gunshot wounds of his upper extremities.
And the sixth picture?
This is another picture showing something that was taken from the left side of the body, showing gunshot wounds of the back and upper extremities.
And the seventh picture?
This is a closer view of the gunshot wounds of the back from the left side of the body.
And the eighth picture?
This is an overall view of the bullet fragments that were recovered from the right jaw from Mr. Thornton.
And the ninth picture?
These are bullet fragments from the torso from Mr. Thornton, actually bullet fragments.
And the tenth photo?
This is a shows a picture of the remote bullet from the left thigh.
And the 11th?
This is a remote bullet from the right lobe of the liver.
And the 12th?
This is a bullet core fragment from the right chest.
The 13th?
This is a bullet from the lower mid back.
The 14th?
And this is a remote bullet from the right bladder.
Your Honor, we'd like to have these photos of the autopsy for this commercial exhibit.
No prisoner.
I did my book. Listen to young dog. Like she wanna cry. Having to relive it or something. Definitely like she wanna cry to me.
first 7 pages are multiple, pictures of district wounds, fired with multiple gunshot wounds. The next 7 are, pictures of the fragments that were removed from different parts of his body. The wound markers is collected exhibit 31.
Information published.
Yeah.
Dr. Singletary, we're gonna start with the first photo that you used. Could you tell us what is seen in this photo?
So in this photo, you can see the right side of the Thornton's body. That rectangular object is the case placard, the case number associated with this case. It can be seen. This will help you attach that photo to that particular case. And you can also use the scale for the wounds or anything you need to measure on the body. So on the right side of the body, you see those defects in his right jaw and right neck. Those are gunshot wounds of his right neck and right jaw. And then there's some gunshot-related injuries of the right shoulder.
Did you have any specific findings as to this injury?
Yes.
What we have found?
Cause of death.
So the injuries of the right jaw and the right neck cause injury to the tongue and skeletal muscle and the right mandible, which is the lower part of your jaw. Those were injured.
Moving on to the second photo that you used.
Well,
What is shown in this photo?
This is the photo of his right arm. So to the right of the image, that is his right arm.
man, rest in
And
peace,
the
Flipper,
most of it you see is
man.
right forearm. And this is the front side of it, the anterior portion. You can see those 2 large defects are gunshot wounds.
Were there exit wounds on this part of his body?
Not dark ones. Those are kind of graze or tangential wounds.
Moving on to the third picture. And what is shown? I'm sorry. What is shown in this picture?
This is a photo of the right side of the body, and you can see a gunshot wound in the right wrist. And another defect a little earlier, smaller defect.
Moving on to the fourth picture.
Let me see if it. Let me make sure it ain't back up to date. Hold on. Alright.
And jaw.
And that was from the first photo that you used?
Yes.
Okay. The ninth photo. The photo that you used. What is shown in this photo?
This is the photo of his right arm. So to the right of the image, that is his right arm.
I got a little time with y'all, and I'm gonna get back out of here.
And this is the front side of it, the anterior portion. You can see those 2 large defects are gunshot wounds.
Were there exit wounds on this part of his body?
Not dark ones. Those are kind of graze or tangential wounds.
Oh shit. My bad.
This is a closer view of the gunshot wounds of the back from the left side of the body.
Okay.
I want to say so.
Total, how many gunshot entrance wounds were there on Mr. Gordon?
Definitive gunshot entrance wounds, 20.
And were there any exit wounds?
Definitive exits, 4.
Okay. And moving on to the eighth photo,
Definitive gunshot wounds.
what do we see in this photo?
20.
So these are bullet fragments of the right jaw. These are all the larger fragments that were able to be recovered from those wounds that you saw in the right neck.
This what came at this man.
And that was
Face.
from the first photo that we did?
Yes.
Okay.
Face. Neck.
Ninth photo,
These are fragments recovered from the torso.
okay. And the tenth,
This is a remote bullet from the left thigh.
all right, and the 11th photo,
This is a remote bullet from the right lower deliver.
And the 12th photo.
This is a bullet core fragment recovered from the right chest.
And the 13th photo.
This is a bullet from the lower mid back.
And the 14th photo, what do you see here?
This is the underside of
So
the
many
bullet.
cameras in
base
Division
that
9
was
next
removed
door.
and
There's so
recovered
many
from the
people
right
in
buttock.
cameras. I bet.
Can you describe to the jury what is a remote bullet?
So remote is what if you use different words you say remote or old, but I choose to use remote. Remote means it's a bullet that is related to a previous.
I really supposed to be down there
Not
just on some work shit though, but you
Led to
know.
your death in this case, is happened before.
Okay. And how many, or do you recall how many remote bullets you might have found?
There were three.
So, Dr. Skillner, within a reasonable degree of medical certainty, did you render an opinion as to Mr. Thorne's cause of death?
I did.
And what was that opinion?
Gunshot wounds of the head, neck, and torso.
And
Gunshot
you rendered an
wound,
opinion as
head,
to-
neck, and torso.
And what was that opinion?
Homicide.
Your Honor, I will pass it.
She looks so much, she look like it's so much grief in her face. But it could just be big. The gunshot wound to the neck, head, neck, and torso. It's the cause of death.
That is the state's proof, with the exception of the, go ahead and read it. Is it something that you want us to read into evidence? This was just a stipulation.
Oh, that wasn't a stipulation.
No, it was,
Your own stipulation.
That's no problem.
Did we already put it in the evidence?
No.
We talked about it, we had put it in the evidence. So ladies and gentlemen, there are, when you go back to deliberate, you will have everything that's been entered as an exhibit. There are at least two documents or two exhibits that you haven't necessarily heard specific proof about. They are called, what you might have heard is CDRs, called detail records.
Call detail records. Okay, this is what I meant.
The law will allow certain records to be entered into evidence without testimony about them. And so that's what Ms. Taylor is getting ready to enter into evidence now. It's been reconned by the state, and there was one that was entered yesterday also. So
Yeah, I be forgetting that shit at 201, man. You can really just get there.
Taxes, the self-authenticating document and like.
Now, this is, self-authenticating document for phone number 901-283-3878. From a Joe Rico. It has Joshua Taylor's name on the outside of the envelope, and it has CDR, so these are the call records for one Joshua Taylor listed.
Can I speak to a mortgage expert and still have access through an app?
Absolutely. Do you offer home loan options for us?
So to say, do you officially wanna rest or
Under that is the state school.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a brief break.
When Cornelius Smith said, Cornelius Smith also said there was no plan. He got a call that morning. They got there and they were just riding around doing whatever. Now the fact that somebody 3 to 4 months prior to that fact said to you that maybe a price on somebody's head. And was it Justin Johnson? I'm sorry, was it Gobin or was it Joe? You heard both things from the same witnesses that said it both ways in uncontroverted evidence. And so I'm not sure how you have a plan when I say, hey, there's a hit on these people. Some point in the future they killed them, now we'll look for it. I just don't see how that makes a conspiracy. Generally, just repeating lines as to how, who, what, when, where. Nothing happened. There's just a generic issue looking for this. 4 months prior to the shooting, there was a generic statement that, hey, there's a hit on these guys and you can get paid.
Then when he happened, we talking.
You know, I was favorable to the state.
We pull up at your crib.
The court has heard from different witnesses. There has been some conflicting testimony. However, the court thinks that the state has made a prima facie case for both conspiracy to commit first degree murder and first degree murder. And it's a jury question. I'm gonna deny the motion.
What this damn fool talking about?
Let's start off with Cedars here. I told them 10:30. He said it's no fun.
Let's take a brief recess.
Horse test and a brief recess.
What this damn fool talking about? Well, peeps. I ain't missed too much. Oh shit.
We're going to put in Exhibit 11 that's previously been marked in here.
That's why ain't nobody on my shit.
Another black Mercedes in process. Yes. Next, please. Exhibit 12, it'll be 12, 13, and 14. I just want to get the jury acclimated to the car. Close up view of the car. Yes, sir. Same license plate, everything to be processed. It is. Okay. 13. Yes. I said we're going to do 13 and 14. Just in front of you, the same car? Yes, sir. Okay. Same thing? Yes. All right. And then, where do you process the car?
At Force Department Clinic, it's a warehouse.
Okay. So, and you say it's towed over to the police warehouse?
Yes, sir.
All right. With regards to processing the car, can you tell the jury what exactly you do?
Primarily, we document evidence, collect evidence. When we process it, we usually process for prints, touch DNA, and just evidence like clothing or something, anything the investigators looking for.
You also look for blood?
Yes.
You also look for evidence of somebody trying to clean up the crime scene?
Sure.
All right. So, with regards to this Mercedes, I think they used to call it luminol, and that's what you hear on TV, but it's Blue Star now, right? That's what you guys use to look for trace evidence?
They've used Blue Star because luminol requires more darkness than Blue Star does.
All right. And Blue Star was used in this case?
It was.
All right. So, without getting into the nuts and bolts, you process this car with Blue Star?
Correct.
And if I were to tell you that a witness has said that he took a towel, put a bunch of bleach on it, and wiped the car down, is there any evidence of that in this case?
No.
And you would see that with the luminol, that there's bleach and things like that, or somebody's trying to clear a crime scene.
Yes, sir.
Because otherwise people could get away with anything.
Correct.
Did not happen with regards to this car.
No, sir.
So if I said, under oath, I got a bleach, put it on a towel, wipe that car down, complete lie.
Yes.
Thank you. No more questions.
But I'm saying this has that's money. Oh, he trying to say Cornelius line. Cause that's what Cornelius said he did. Okay. It's cool to come in hitting that like button. Very cool.
Sergeant Coburn,
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Coburn,
Yes,
very sorry.
that's all.
Lieutenant Coburn, processed, the white Mercedes, is that correct?
Correct.
You found several prints outside of the car, is that correct?
So I did.
You didn't find any prints on the front passenger, outside of the vehicle, is that correct?
I'd have to look at the, I'd have to look at the summary of it.
Just one second. Also, did you process the inside of the vehicle?
I did.
Did you find any prints about the inside of the vehicle?
I couldn't say without looking at the narrative. No, there's a lot of print cards.
What did you say?
There's a lot of print cards that I looked at, especially what we put the prints on.
No further questions.
Good question.
Thank you. Yes. Are you next witness?
Call Miss Vivian Ferguson. She may need some help getting up this matter.
Damn, is they gonna get started? Damn, channel 3? I'm gonna have to get it out channel 3. Alright, this shit.
Raise your right hand. Raise your
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Have a seat, ma'am. What you said?
Good morning, Ms. Ferguson. Would you tell the jury your name and could you spell it for me?
My name is Vivian Banks Ferguson.
And could you spell that just for the court reporter needs to get it right?
Which one?
Your first name, middle name, and last name.
Capital V-I-V-I-A-N. V as in boy, A-N-K-S, Banks. Ferguson, capital F-E-R-G-U-S-O-N.
And Ms. Ferguson, how old are you?
80.
Okay. I'm not never supposed to ask that question, so I'm sorry. Do you live next to Cornelius Smith Sr.?
I live next to King Smith, his dad.
Okay. So, his daddy's King Smith lives next door to you, right? And you have to say yes or no, I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right. And Cornelius Smith, that's somebody you know, right?
Yes.
Could you tell the jurors how you know Mr. Cornelius Smith?
They went and found an 80-year-old
He's a
woman.
young man that lived next door, and the only reason I came in contact with him, he always would do nice things for me, like when I go shopping, he always would get my grocery out of the car and bring it in the house for me. That was good for me, because I was tired. So, that's not only that, that's the only time that he come around. If I needed something done, I could ask him, and he would do it. And if he charged me, I would pay him. But he never charged me for anything. To me, he was a nice kid.
So, Ms. Ferguson, you and I talked at your house last week, just a few days ago, right? You'll have to say yes or no.
Yes.
All right. And I also asked you, if Cornelius Smith said a few years ago that somebody came by your house to give you $500 for him, would that be true or false?
It would not be true.
All right. So if Mr. Cornelius Smith said under oath that, like, you're like a grandmother to him, right?
If that's what you want to say.
Okay, I'm just repeating what I've heard in court. So if he said that you got $500 for him to hold, never happened.
Never happened.
Not yesterday, not 5 years ago, not 10 years ago.
Now, if somebody was gonna leave something for Cornelius in my house, they probably stuck it in my mailbox or something like that, but I haven't received any cash or any envelope for him.
So if somebody said you were specifically given $500, would be a lie.
Would be a lie.
And I'm really sorry to call you. I know the last time you came to court was talking about your son's murder, so I 100% apologize. I know you were very upset at that. So thank you for your honesty.
No cross, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Read it up. Okay.
I'm ready for witnesses, Judge. We're going to
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to that juncture where you have heard all of the proof, but there's still one more piece that you don't have, and that is the law that you're going to get from me. So give us a few minutes, and we'll get back to you. So please don't discuss the shit. Okay?
I don't know what. Man, y'all just jump in the comment section. Like, subscribe. I'm out of here, man. I'll catch y'all later on this evening. Let me.
All right.
The only thing I have to do.
Like, subscribe, share, man. Like, subscribe, share.